Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavadir Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 5, text number 13, 2-5-13. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Cause of All Causes. So this is the discussion between Lord Brahma and Narada Muni. So Narada Muni, he has prior to that, this happened prior to the discussion between Parshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. When Parshit Maharaj asked about the cosmic creation, cosmic manifestation, how this material world got created, and who is the creator, all those questions asked by Parshit Maharaj. And for that, Sukadeva Goswami is replying. So he is not replying of his own. He is replying through the discussion what happened previously between Narada Muni and Brahma. So Lord Brahma, he was explaining to Narada Muni was asking who is the supreme, because it seems Brahma was supreme for Narada Muni because he is the creator. So, and sometimes Brahma also doing the meditation, he was following some rules and regulation, discipline. Then Narada Muni had a doubt. So anybody there above you, like that, he has a doubt. So for that, during that time, he was asking the questions to Brahma, and Brahma is giving the answer. So yesterday we were discussing what Lord Brahma replied. So Lord Brahma already clarified that there is a supreme personality of Godhead who is above him, who is the full controller of the entire universe. He is the secondary creator. But for the people who are the less intelligent person, for them it will be look like Brahma is the supreme personality of God. But again, in this today's sloga, Brahma again he is explaining about how the person will be who are not accepting the authority of the supreme personality of Godhead and who are the less intelligent person. So let us start our sloga today, 2.5.13. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Vilajjamānayā yasya sthātum īkṣā-pathe amuyā vimohitā vikatthante mamāham iti durdhiyaḥ. Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Vilajjamānayā, by one who is ashamed. Yasya, whose. Sthātum, to stay. īkṣā-pathe, in front. Amuyā, by the bewildering energy. Vimohitāḥ, those who are bewildered. Vikatthante, talk nonsense. Mama, it is mine. Aham, I am everything. Iti, thus vituperating. Durdhiyaḥ, thus ill-conceived. Translation and purport for his doing is Sabaya Charnavanda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupad. Translation, please repeat behind me. The illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence, being ashamed of her position. But those who are bewildered by her always talk nonsense, being observed in the thoughts of it is I and it is mine. Purport. the invincibly powerful deluding energy of the personality of Godhead, or the third energy representing Nescience, can bewilder the entire world of animation. But still, she is not strong enough to be able to stand in front of the Supreme Lord. Nescience is behind the personality of Godhead, where she is powerful enough to mislead the living beings. And the primary symptoms of bewildered person is that they talk nonsense. Nonsensical talks are not supported by the principle of Vedic literature. But first grade nonsense talk is, it is I, it is mine. A godless civilization is exclusively conducted by such false ideas and such persons, without any factual realization of the God, accept a false God or falsely declare themselves to be God to mislead persons who are already bewildered by the deluding energy. Those who are before the Lord, however, who surrender unto Him, cannot be influenced by the deluding energy. Therefore, they are free from the misconception of it is I, it is mine, and therefore they do not accept a false God or pose themselves as equal to the Supreme Lord. Identification of the bewildered person is distinctly given in this verse. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilidamina Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashashate Shatarni. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today's sloga, Brahmaji he was talking about the person who is under the influence of the maya. So here Brahmaji clearly explaining that maya it is also one of the energy of the Supreme Lord. There is no doubt in that. There is a third energy of the Lord, but it is representing the Nescience. So the entire world, in the material world, put under the control of the Maya Devi. So that is the reason her energy is controlling the entire material world. So because of that reason, there are so many things are happening in this material world. There are so many good, bad, happiness, sadness. All the duality is happening because of this, the activities of the Maya. So it is very, very difficult to cross over the Maya's energy also. So that is what, but Krishna is not controlled by this Maya. Krishna is the controller of the Maya. So Krishna is the top of everything. So except Krishna, all the demigods, all the living entities, all this non-living things, all the planetary system, all the universe, everything under the spell of the Maya. So Maya Shakti, it is also one of the energies, since it is one of the energy of the Lord, and to cross over it also, it is very difficult. So in the scriptures, it is saying that to cross over this samsara sagara, so they will say that samsara sagara, whatever the life we are living in this living material world, even though this is temporary, but it is called a sagara. So the sagara means it is an ocean. So to cross over this ocean of this material world, it is very, very difficult if we are bewildered by the spell of the Maya. But why the people are bewildered by the spell of the Maya? Because that's why Brahmaji is explaining in this sloga, the living entities are observed in the thoughts of it is I and it is mine. So that is, it is I have the power, I have the strength, and it is mine. And even it is not only for the human being, even for, it will go for animals also. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Gajendra Moksha, if you know the Gajendra Moksha, there also the Gajendra is a celestial elephant. He was because of he was the Indradumna Maharaja in the previous birth. Because of he was get a curse from the Muni, so he became a elephant in the next birth. Because he was not giving the respect to the Muni, because of that anger, the Muni gave the curse. So Dhiratuma Maharaja became a Gajendra, the elephant in the next birth. And he has so much powerful, and he has so many associates, the women associates, women, so many children, so many wives. So because of that, and he was so powerful, elephant is a powerful animal. So because of that power, he was able to destroy the trees, uproot the trees like anything, and no other animals can come in front of them. There is so much of proud on that, on his power, and his other associates. So it is beautifully explained in Srimad Bhagavatam how he used to walk and he used to show his power with the other wives and children, in front of wives and children. All those things is beautifully explained. But he is also under the spell of the maya. Because of that that I was there with him also. I am the topmost powerful person in this material world. Like that, he has the proud in that. So in order to destroy that proud, the Gajendra Moksha happened. When he entered into the river, the crocodile caught his leg. So he unable to, since crocodile is a powerful animal within the water, and the elephant is a powerful animal in the land. So when elephant get into the water, because in the water, it is very difficult to come out from the clutches of the crocodile. So even though the Gajendra is so much powerful, and it is explained that he's looked like it's a huge elephant, the size and how he is walking, all those explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is by imagining that, we could have think that it is a very huge. And in that much huge elephant also, unable to come out, the caught hold of the crocodile is unable to come out from that. He was trying more. And whenever he was uprooting the tree and throwing it over here and there, and all the other small animals running by seeing this Gajendra, all of his associates were happily, they will encourage Gajendra. Oh, see how much power you have. You are doing so much great. All those things they are doing. But when it caught hold by this, when the Gajendra caught hold by this small crocodile, all of the associates, all his children, all his wives, everybody came out from the water, and they were saying that Gajendra, you can come out. But after a certain time, Gajendra unable to do anything. So that time, because of his previous birth, he was a devotee of the Lord. He was able to remember the Lord, and then he sung about the Supreme Lord. He called the help of the Supreme Lord, and he was Gajendra Stuti. He took the lotus flower from the river, and he offered to the Lord, and he was able to remember the Lord. So then Lord came, and since Lord is not controlled by any illusionary energy, so Gajendra was relieved from that. This is the correct Gajendra Moksha. So the Moksha, so why we are discussing this? This is because even Gajendra had the illusion that I am so much powerful. So we are thinking that, okay, it's an animal, it may not have the intelligence. That's the reason he was thinking. But it is not like the case. Even though the human being in this material world, everybody have this propensity that I and this is mine. So that is the reason all of the human beings are under the control of the maya. And each and every, not only we are saying that America is so powerful, because they are thinking that they are powerful. It is not a powerful country. But it's not a powerful. What is the power? What is the power they have? In front of the nature, they can't do anything. There are hurricane is coming. There are heavy cyclone is coming. During that time, they could not do anything. They were running to get the shelter from the other cities. They are going out of the city, and they are trying to save themselves. All those things are happening. So where is the superpower? How can you say the superpower? You are not able to sustain for a small hurricane, small cyclone. So there is a kind of a illusion. I am the superpower. So among this, all the other countries, I am the superpower. That is the way they are thinking. It is not a superpower for the entire thing. So the only person, superpower of all, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the other are under his spell only. So all the demigods also, nobody can, because all the demigods also under the spell, they are working under the Supreme Lord. They are also under the clutches of the maya, illusory energy of the Lord only. So they are also cannot say, they are also not the independent. So nobody there in this material world as a independent. So the only person independent is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it is, that's why the Shastras are saying, so everybody bind by the gunas, three gunas, Sattva guna, Rajo guna, Tamo gunas. This is the gunas, it's a kind of, we call gunas, guna means in one sense, it is kind of a rope. So we are all bind by these ropes. The three gunas, we are bind by these three gunas. So it is very difficult to come out from this three binding. So who can relieve us? Nobody can relieve us from this material world. Even the people who are saying that I am God, I have the superpower, everything. I'm able to do this, I'm able to do this, I can remove work. All those things are there. People are saying in this material world. They can't relieve us from these clutches of the maya, the clutches of these three gunas. Why? Because they are also bound by this three modes of material nature. So three gunas, they also bound with the three gunas. So the person who is already bound by the three gunas, how can they relieve the other person? So the Shastras are saying only the person who is independent, only that person who is not bound by this any rope, who was free, only that person can come and they can relieve from this three gunas, who is bound by the gunas. So who is that person? The Supreme Lord is the only person who is not bound by this three gunas. Only he can come and save the person. So how it is possible? So when the three gunas capturing us, when we have this propensity of this is mine, this I'm doing everything. When we have this misconception, then the three gunas are covered to us. So that is the reason in the Shastras it is said that the modes of material, three gunas, it is clearly explained by in Bhagavad Gita also by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So in Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter and 13th verse, Krishna is explaining Trivir Gunamayir Bhavir Yebihi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Nabijjanati Mam Yebayaha Param Avyayam. So Krishna is saying, deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes of inexhaustible. So Krishna himself is declaring here, I am out of these three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. So since the entire world is deluded by these three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance, the whole world cannot know me. That's what they are saying. Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. So it is very difficult to know Krishna. So the person who knows about Krishna, who is following the path of Krishna, then he can get relieved from these three modes by the mercy of the Supreme Lord. Other person, it is not at all possible. That was Krishna is saying. And in this world, when Krishna is saying that is the four varnas, there is the Brahmanas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudras. There are four varnas. Even though we are saying that all are equal, there is no varnashrama system in this material world. But still, those category of people, currently it is there. Somebody ruling the country, somebody guarding the country, somebody doing the business, and somebody working. So all these four category are there. We are not naming it. It is a Kshatriya, it's a Sudra, it is a Brahmana. We are not naming it. But all these four category always will be there because it is a scientific way of dividing the society. So we cannot be equal. We cannot say that everybody equal. So everybody cannot be equal because there are different person, different intelligence is there. So because why? Because all of them are captured by these three modes of material nature. So the Brahmanas, they are in the mode of goodness. And the Kshatriyas, they are in the mode of passion. And the Vaisyas, they are a combination of passion and ignorance. And the Shudras, they are the mode of ignorance only. So all these four category of people captured by these modes. So the person who don't have this I and mine, that person can go above this three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. That is called Suddha Sattva. That place, Suddha Sattva means Sattva Gunam. That is a pure goodness. That is above all these three modes. That person only can come out from these three modes, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Otherwise, it is very difficult to cross over this. That's what Bhagavad Gita 7.14, Krishna is explaining about this, the maya. So he is saying that Deivihesha gunamai mama maya durdhiyaḥ mam yoiva ye prapatyante mayam etam tarantite. So he is saying this divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So this is again, Krishna is confirming that people need to surrender to me. So then only you can come out of this material world. Now, if you surrender to the other persons, other demigods, you cannot come out from this material modes of material nature. You will be there within the material world only. That's what here again he is confirming. And he is saying that, first of all, he is saying that the divine energy of the mind consisting of the three modes of material nature is difficult to overcome. So he himself is certifying, Krishna is certifying that this three modes of material nature, it is difficult to overcome it. You cannot overcome this until unless you are surrendering to the Supreme Lord. So when the person is surrendering to the Supreme Lord, then only we can come out of we can cross over. So when we saw that this three modes of material nature binding us in this material world, so that's the reason we are finding this difficult to cross over this samsara sagara, this ocean of that the life is looking like even though it is short period, for us it is it is kind of a big ocean. It is very difficult to cross over it. But when you surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, this entire ocean appears like a footprint of a cuff, a small cuff. A cuff is the cow cuff. It is like a very small legs. If the small legs, if the small leg, if you put it in the mud and there is a small hole happening there because of his the size of his leg, and in that if you put a water, and if you are able to cross over, it is very easy to cross over the footprint of the cuff, even though it is water in the inside, because it is very, very small compared to us. That's the reason we are easily cross overing. But the ocean, we cannot cross over the ocean because there is a vast amount of water is there. So the samsara sagara, the three modes of material nature bewildered us by seeing this. This is a great ocean. This samsara is great ocean. It is difficult to overcome. But when we surrender to the Supreme Lord, it will appear this. It's a small cuff footprint only. It is very easily, we can jump over it even though the great ocean, it is illusion, is a great ocean. But when you get surrendered to the Supreme Lord, it will look like a small cuff footprint. So we can easily cross over it. So that is the way we are even though the beggar who is sitting in the street, he is also having the family. He is also thinking that I am the controller of my family. Even though he don't have any house to live, he is thinking that I am the controller of my wife, children, everything. That is the way he is also thinking. He is thinking everybody wanted to take the controller position. So he is also thinking that I am the controller. That I is there with the beggar also. And even with the person who is the supermost powerful countries, Russia, America, Germany, they are also thinking that they are so much powerful. They are so much of weapons. They have so much of big advanced technologies to fight over it. So they are also thinking that we are also superpower. But all these superpowers are nothing in front of the Lord's superpower. So it's within a one shake of the earth. Earth is shaking just a momentary shake. What will happen? The entire thing, all the people who are there in the big palace, they will come on the road within a small shake itself. So we are all very, very, very minute living entity in this material world. But because of these three modes of material nature, we are bound by these three modes of material nature. We are thinking that We are all superpowers. But the person, that's what Prabhupada is explaining, but the person who surrender unto the Supreme Lord, that person understand that I don't have anything in this material world. They don't have that I and mine in that in them. So whatever it is there in this material world, everything belongs to the Lord. See, it is a funny thing. Even though in the spirituality we are funny thing. We are entire thing, whatever it is in material world, everything is belongs to the Lord. Even our whatever we are thinking that it is my house, but it is not my house. It is for some time we are going to stay in this material, in this place. After that, we will be, once we die, it is going to be someone else going to be stay in this place. So that means we are not the owners, but temporarily we are thinking that this is mine. We are taking the proprietorship. This land is mine. This house is mine. This car is mine. So all these things, mine. This is the temporary thing. But this we unable to realize that this is temporary only. When the person is remembering and realizing that this is temporary, everything belongs to the God, then we will be free from all vices. How? And also, so this we are thinking that this is mine. But what we are telling, Lord is a thief. When Krishna came to this material world, Lord is a thief. He went to the house of gopis and he was stealing the butter. He steal the butter. We are thinking that we gave the name the thief to the Lord. Even when, but Lord has not accepted that he was a thief. But because of his devotees, with love, they are calling him as a thief. But the Lord accepted that. But he was saying that I am not thief. Because everything in this material world, everything belongs to me. Even the butter, the cows, everything belongs to me. So you are utilizing the cows and you are getting the milk from it and you are making the butter. That all the things belongs to me only. Even you are belongs to me. So everything is belong to me. Then how can we can say that he is the butter thief? We cannot say because everything is belong to him. That's what Krishna also told to that. No, I am not a thief. I'm not stealing anything. It is mine. That's what he is saying. So that is only the person can get the proprietorship. They can claim the proprietorship of everything in this material world. That is the Supreme Personality of God, Krishna. None other than Krishna can claim that this is mine. This is I am doing. This is mine. Nothing. So we are not doing anything. We are not independent. Nothing belongs to us. So it's a kind of we are in the illusory energy. So we are temporarily we are thinking that it is mine and this is I am doing everything. But all the things are controlled by this rope. This the three gunas, the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. The kind of a rope. It is an invisible rope that by those rope we are binded and the three gunas, the Maya Devi, so controlling us through these three ropes. We are like a puppet in the hands of Maya Devi. That's the reason, according to the Maya Devi, how he is moving us, we are also moving in that direction. But when we surrender to the Supreme Lord, that when we are relieved from these ropes and we get into the path of, we get into the mode of Sutta Sattva, there Maya Devi cannot influence there because their Lord's power is there. When we come out from these three modes, their Lord's control over that Sutta Sattva stage. The Lord is there in the Sutta Sattva stage. So we are also trying to get into that. So there, Maya Devi cannot influence her power. Because she is under the spell of the Lord, and Lord gave that work to control over only this material world. Who are getting to the path of understanding the Supreme Lord, self-realization. So for them, there will be a test will be there by this Maya Devi. But the person, by the mercy of the Supreme Lord, when he is taking the shelter of the Guru and when he is taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord, they won't bewilder by this test and they will easily pass and we can cross over it and they will get out of this material mode and get out of this material world also. But the person who is saying that I, mine, they will be here only. Again and again, they will take birth based on our previous karma. Again and again, we'll take this birth and again, we'll tell this is mine, this is I. So when the person who is out of this material world, by seeing this, they'll feel this is the mad, these people are mad. Even though we got the human form of life, but here or there also is like a animal. He is feeling, eating, sleeping, and doing all those activities. And his I mind, that propensity is there. So he's not thinking about this life is temporary. I need to get the permanent place. So that understanding is not there. That means they will be roam around this material world only. So that's why this material world is called Mrityu Loga. All the other demigods will call it a Mrityu Loga. Mrityu Loga means the person, the living entities who are coming here, definitely is going to die. So the Mrityu Loga is very easy. Even though other demigods also have the end date, but in the material world, it is very momentary. We are thinking that, oh, I am living, my grandfather lived 100 years, 120 years. No, 120 years, it is not even a minute from the upper planetary system. Oh, and the demigods. So for them, it is not a matter at all. So we should not proud of whatever we have. So whatever we have, everything belongs to the God. That understanding, and when we are realizing that, we will be free from all these problems. We will be always get into our original nature. That is Ananda. Our original nature is Satchit Ananda. So the knowledge, when we get the knowledge that nothing is mine in this material world, I am nothing. I am just belongs to the Supreme Lord. I am surrendering to the Supreme Lord. When that understanding is coming, then we can be eternal. We can get the eternal happiness. So we are all aspiring for that only. So today's sloka, Brahmaji explaining about how the person, in this intelligent person behavior, he will talk nonsense. What nonsense talk he will do? The things are mine. I am the top of everyone. So that kind of nonsense talk, that person will talk. Hare Krishna. Grandraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you, everyone.